Geopolitics are getting worse and worse with the minute, but is this a moment to panic about the markets, or is this just an opportunity to be the next big move towards the upside for Bitcoin? If we look at the Bitcoin against gold chart, this could be a moment for a bottom and Bitcoin could gain momentum against gold. But one thing is really important to keep in mind, and I will discuss that right away in this video. Trading setups are already forming due to the geopolitics. Still, Bitcoin has creating big trading setups for today and next week. I will deep dive into every single opportunity in the market right now. But first of all, I would really appreciate you guys to follow me over on X and to subscribe over on my YouTube channel if you never want to miss a daily update video ever again. And like this daily update video if you love this daily update videos, and let's dive right away into the content for now. Because it is really important to know what is really going on in the world right now. Because the US and Israel just striked Iran. And with that, Iran just strike back Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Qatar, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia. And this is just really bad for the whole world. And it is really important to know, as just a human being, this is just very bad for the whole world. What is happening? There are just lives on the line. What is happening right now? And that is something you really want to keep in mind, because of course we are investors, we are trading, and the market is dumping and maybe opportunities are forming once again, and we want to anticipate on those moves. But it is really important to know that they are just playing with people's lives. And literally people get killed by those attacks, and that is something you really want to keep in mind. For now, there are just opportunities forming in the market once again. One thing is really important to know is that every single move is uncertain right now. Every single minute and every single day is uncertain with those geopolitics moves. So it could be even worse tomorrow, or it could be even better next week. So this is really important to know, that they're just playing with people, their lives, and that it are really uncertain moments for every single one of us. And that is something you really want to keep in mind with trading and also investing in Bitcoin and all the other assets in the market right now. But if we just look at what Bitcoin is doing right now, if you look at the Bitcoin against gold chart, what we actually are seeing is that most of the time when Bitcoin against gold set an all-time high, so that means that gold is gaining more momentum, that Bitcoin is gaining more momentum against gold. If that sets an all-time high 14 months afterwards, the bottom is formed and Bitcoin takes momentum once again. We have seen that before. 4 times or 3 times in the history of Bitcoin against gold. We've seen it right over here forming in 2014. Right over here we saw the bottom getting created in 2019 after we saw an all-time high for Bitcoin. So usually it takes approximately 40 months for gold to gain momentum against Bitcoin, and after that Bitcoin takes over control once again. Right now we are at the 14th month once again, so this could lead for a bottom. But one thing is really important. What is happening right now with the geopolitics? That is probably a money flow towards gold. There are very uncertain moments right now. Nobody is really knowing what's gonna happen, and what people want to do is save their money back into safe havens, and Bitcoin isn't a safe haven yet. What are people doing? They are flowing their money back into gold and into silver. So of course, if you look at the history, what we can see is that the bottom on Bitcoin gold might be in right now. But one thing I also want to declare here is that people are flowing their money now into safe havens, and that is gold. So this could probably mean that we could see another leg towards the downside for the Bitcoin gold chart, because Bitcoin isn't probably not strong enough right now against the uncertain times to set a bottom at this point. So of course the bottom might be close, but I don't really think that on the 14th month right now we will see Bitcoin gaining momentum against the gold. If you look at just macro things that is happening, I don't think that is really going to happen. But if Bitcoin gains or loses momentum against gold once again, and we will see a further move towards the downside, that is probably the biggest opportunity to buy in your Bitcoin. That will also mean that Bitcoin probably could go down a little bit more, but that is the biggest opportunity in the market right now. Because even what is happening right now, these setups are still forming on Bitcoin. And like I said, it is really important to know what is going on in the world and that they're literally playing with people, their lives. We still need to anticipate on every single move in the market because that is just what we are doing. And right now, the next setup is already forming for Bitcoin. Because what we have been seeing right over here is we took liquidity on the lower side. After that, we saw a move towards the top side. And to be really fair, I called this move towards the upside right over here. And you could watch it back in my daily update videos. But I also warned you guys with the USDT dominance and with the rejection of Bitcoin right over here that Bitcoin might pull back towards the downside. I've been literally calling this move towards the downside also in my daily update videos. You can watch back like 2 or 3 days with the daily update videos, and I've been predicting this downwards move perfectly. Right now, it is a really interesting time because we have been dumping towards the start of the impulse, and this is a perfect retest for Bitcoin. But a really interesting fact to know is that we have been not gaining this trend towards the upside. So we've been rejecting the high we needed to gain for an uptrend. This means still that Bitcoin is in a downtrend here. And that will probably mean that we need to see momentum kicking in the market once again before Bitcoin could head higher here. Right now, I want to have a look at the shorter time frame, because if Bitcoin managed to gain these levels towards the top side, we could probably see some momentum kicking in the market once again. Of course, we have been seeing this dump towards the downside due to some geopolitics. That was a dump of approximately 5%, but after that, most of the people are just relaxing and just looking at what is happening right now and not panicking. And that is the moment right over here where people think, okay, this might be an opportunity and not be a sell moment. So if we see a move towards the upside above those highs, a perfect retest back into the support levels, I want to long Bitcoin towards the upside, because I still think the move we have been seeing towards the downside was pure panic, and I think this is just an opportunity to scale in your Bitcoin. But like I said, it is really important to wait for this perfect trend structure break towards the upside. If Bitcoin pumps towards the upside and rejects this level towards the downside, it could be even worse and Bitcoin could see another leg towards the downside here. So for now, I just want to trade this move, but we really want to see momentum kicking in the market once again, and we need to see a gain from off this level before going long. If it doesn't, we will probably move further towards the downside for Bitcoin, and that is not something I want to trade yet here with the uncertain markets here. And if you want to stay updated about what is happening in the market, about the next big trading setup that is forming, please make sure to subscribe over on my YouTube channel and to like this daily update video if you love those updates. And you can always join my free trading community with the first link in the description. It's completely free, and I will keep you posted about every single opportunity in the crypto market right over there. And if you want to trade those moves by yourself, please make sure to sign up on Maxi through the third link in the description, and you will have the best trading circumstances possible here. And if the next trade is unfolding in the market, you could trade it over on a safe and trust exchange here in Maxi if you sign up through the third link in the description. Also, if you look at some on-chain data, what we actually are seeing is that leverage is bleeding out the system. And what we are looking at right now is a perpetual market direction premium is compressing once again. And this usually means that aggressive long exposure is sadly unwinding. So that means that people are not into long positions, low leverage long positions anymore, and the leverage is coming out of Bitcoin, and most of the times that is causing a sideways movement for Bitcoin. And that is a moment where bottoms could be formed, Because like here, we have been seeing this also coming down every single time. We have been coming down towards the red line. That was the point. Bitcoin usually bottoms out because that means that people are not want to open up leverage positions over on Bitcoin. They have not the faith that Bitcoin will go up. And that's most of the times exactly the point where Bitcoin wants to bottom out because nobody is anticipating on the next move towards the upside like there. Right over here, we saw that we have been dumping towards the red line once again. And that was where the bottom was formed. Right over here, we saw it once again, and that was where the bottom was formed. Right now, we could go down a little bit lower here. So that means that we might see another leg towards the downside. Also with that, we could anticipate on that, because like here, if Bitcoin breaks, not break this high and breaks towards the downside, we could also short this move towards the downside. If that happens, I will keep you posted in those daily update video and over on my Telegram group. But we could see another leg towards the downside for Bitcoin if you look at this on-chain data. And also, like what is happening right now with the uncertain times, I think that another shakeout towards the downside could happen for Bitcoin. But said with that, that would be also a really big opportunity to scale in your Bitcoin for even a cheaper price that we are seeing right now. Because in the end of the day, Bitcoin will go up, and those heavy dumps, those panic capitulation sells, could be the biggest opportunity for the upcoming years on Bitcoin. And I will end the video with that. Please make sure to follow me over on X if you never want to miss something throughout the day in crypto. And of course, please make sure to subscribe over on my YouTube channel and like this daily update video if you love this daily update video. And I will see you tomorrow by a brand new Crypto Daily Update video.